Hello, I'm gonna give it a few minutes for people to get online. I am on time today, just to let y'all know. So I've been getting these text messages asking me where I'm at. I'm on time. Y'all were early. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes to let a couple of people get online. Hey Seth, I am on time. So what we're going to talk about today is dating in today. Is it possible to find the real thing? I say it is. That could be the hopeless romantic part of me, but I always hold out for hope that, the real thing will actually come. So you just have to be patient. A little praying don't hurt either. But what I want to do today, I want to go over some of the things that I've been asked about dating. And the main thing with men and women is, why is dating so hard? It really is kind of hard compared to back in the day. One of my things I want to kind of put out there is, everyone plays the games. Everyone knows the games. So the same games that you played years ago, and your uncle or your auntie played those same games years before that, and your grandmother and your grandfather probably played the same game. Well, the game is old now, so everybody knows the game. So, us women have this saying that y'all lost the game that y'all taught us how to play. So now y'all get mad at us when we play the same game on you. So I would say, if you have never, played on a woman before, or you never played on a guy before, you pretty much fall in the situation of, you have to suffer the consequences of what others have done. So what I'm going to do is, I want to talk about a lot of things. I want to talk about the words of what we use in the dating world now. A lot of things, pretty much Netflix and chill is not about watching movies. Netflix and chill is the new word for come over and have sex. So I know some of y'all have felt for, hey girl, won't you come over and Netflix and chill with me? You're like, oh, he want to watch movies. Okay. Not. So that you would know, Netflix and chill means come over and have sex, not watch movies. Now, you could be smart and go ahead and watch the movie, and that'll just teach him a lesson not to ask you to Netflix and chill next time when he know he wanted something else. Now, if you're going to actually want just a booty call, be honest about it. 9 times out of 10, the man or the woman probably wants the same thing. So booty calls are more common, nowadays. Sad to say, everybody's into the hit it and quit it era, I always say. You very, not too much see people really trying to get into being couples. Now, there are a lot of people that are trying to be couples. You always hear, I can't find the right one. Did you have the right one and you didn't treat the right one right, and now the right one is gone? So normally when you found the right one, man or woman, I'm not just, I'm not man bashing. I'm talking about both sides. Normally when you find that, you lose it, it's hard to get it back. So, and it's hard to find it again. So, everyone has that perfect match for them. And there's no such thing as perfect. So don't look for, I'm looking for 100% of everything I'm looking for in this person. There's no such thing. You're going to have to compromise. You're going to have to say, okay, he's nice, he treat me right, he do this, he know how to take care, he open doors, he bring me flowers. But, and I know my brother going to say something, I'm the one, it's a height thing. If, if he not meeting the eye-to-eye height requirement, it's a done deal for me. I can't. But that's just a preference of mine. So I'm willing to sacrifice not finding that good man just so I won't have to walk around, bending down, holding his hand, and people think that's my son instead of my boyfriend. Because he like way down here, like, give me a kiss, baby. So that's one of my deal breakers. But pretty much that's one thing. Hold on real quick. I'm not sure if y'all ever heard of breadcrumbing. What breadcrumbing is where they sprinkle just a little bit to keep you interested. So that way you don't really go too far. You're still in arm's reach. So it's just like birds, like when you leave the crumbs for the birds, and every now and then they come and pick up one, and then they'll come back and get another one. So that's the same thing. Breadcrumbing is they do just enough to keep you interested. Now, when you hear the thing like you're calling, like he's not picking up when you want him to, but then you want to have plans for the weekend. So you're pretty much like, hey, can we hook up? When we going to hook up? When we going to go out? And if they say probably the weekend, that is not a date. Probably the weekend means probably the weekend. So don't go canceling plans and thinking like, okay, I got a date this weekend. The weekend consists of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So which day was it? So probably the weekend means he's probably not, unless, he might have a better option. So you're just dangling right there, with your weekend when you could have had probably a date with somebody else. So when you sit there and you get breadcrumb, sometimes you got to start thinking about it. Like, wait a minute, we don't really go out. He doesn't call me that much. And I would tell you, now this I am pointing out to the men. They have the pick of the litter. I'm sorry. It's more women to men. So they know they have the pick of the litter. So when you sit there and you keep waiting for that one guy to make a choice, you're missing out on somebody that actually wants you. So you have to kind of, weigh your options out when it comes to that. A man will show you if he is really interested in you. That's one thing I have to say. When a man knows he sees what he wants and he really wants it, he will stop at nothing to make sure that he gets what he wants. So just keep that in mind. That has been in the centuries, and that has not changed even today. So that's one thing I want to go. And I'm glad y'all joining me today. It's a good topic because I've even learned some new words that I didn't even know existed. So let's talk about ghosting. I think I talked about ghosting. I'll put an article on about ghosting. Ghosting is when you think you found the person that you've been looking for. Everything is great. The chemistry is right. The sex is right. If you having it, everything is perfect. Months go by. You already like, this is the person I'm going to marry. And then next thing you know, they disappear without a trace. Like no phone call, no like, I don't want to see you no more. They just disappear. That is what you call ghosting. And it happens a lot. And as far as the article that I put on Facebook, I did not write it. I saw it on Facebook, and it said that San Antonio men were among the top in the United States for ghosting. I have been ghosted myself. Couldn't believe it. Happened twice. Same person. But I was ghosted myself, and I was like, you would not get a third. Letting you know now. So that is what ghosting means. So you have to, don't blame yourself. That's really what I want to make a point. You had nothing to do with him ghosting. You had nothing to do with him disappearing and not, or her, I'm sorry, him or her, they weren't woman or man enough to say, hey, I'm not feeling this, or I found somebody else. They just decided to take the coward way out and just leave without giving you a clue. So then you're stuck sitting there going like, damn, I thought she liked me. I thought he liked me. Everything was good. What happened? Like, and you're sitting there and you're blowing up the phone and you're waiting and you're staring at the phone and no one's calling. And guess what? They're not going to call. Hopefully they haven't had an accident or something, because that's my first thing now. And I ain't get ghosts. He done had a car accident. He's sitting up in University Hospital somewhere. But 9 times out of 10. So just remember, do not blame yourself when somebody ghosts on you. That just meant they were maybe already in a relationship. It could have went to, they had an argument, took a break, and decided to get back together again. and they knew that the relationship they had with you was good, and they don't know how to break it to you that they're going back with their past or whoever they were with before. So just remember, anybody that ghosts on you is not your fault. You know, pick it up and move on and just go next. The other thing, I know there was catfish. I don't even like fish, but catfish is somebody that pretends like they are somebody else and just to get you. So I won't even say this only happens on online dating. It can happen in person. I've met people that have gave me a fake name. I'm like a private eye. I tell people, I have a talk show that tell people how to find stuff to figure out, if you're real or not. So when they try to play the same game on me, I just laugh about it. Like, okay, dude, like that's your name. Eventually, they'll probably leave an ID or wallet out or something. So don't buy that was my middle name or that was her middle name or whatever. If you can't give me a real name, you've already lied. And that's the same thing when it comes to online dating. I hear a lot about don't go there. You don't know who you're talking to. They got crazy people online. Well, guess what? They got crazy people in person too. So I like online dating because online dating, if you got time to sit there and talk to each other without having to give up a phone number. So if you have communication, you might even feel like you got a little bit of chemistry. I would tell you, do not sit there and just text. You have to FaceTime. God tried to catfish me last week. And nice, tall, light-skinned, 6'6" guy, really good looking. A little bit younger, I was gonna be a cougar. So I'm looking at the pictures. I'm looking, okay. So first thing he did, he said, I got my own business. I got this, I got that. I'm like, okay, I can spoil you. Okay, point. So first thing he does, he sends me his phone number. The first thing you do, I'm finna tell y'all the secret of online dating. And a lot of people finna get mad. But hey, if you ain't supposed to be dating, don't date. The first thing you do is put that number in Google. See what comes up. If nothing comes up in Google, take that same phone number, put it in the search in Facebook. If you got a Facebook page, 9 times out of 10, it's going to come up because Facebook has it where they're trying to protect you more. So everything is arranged by your phone number. So if you're doing the phone number, somebody got catfish. If you're doing the phone number, 9 times out of 10, you'll pull up that person. So I'm looking at your pictures. You said you single. Who that woman, them 3 kids? I see. Another thing is Spokeo, SPOKEO.com. Pay the $20 for 6 months. It's only like maybe $1 for a day, or you can do a free trial for 7 days. But I think it's like $20 for 6 months. So if you're in the dating of online dating, go ahead and pay the $20 for the 6 months. Now you really put the number in there, and sometimes the address comes up. If they have a Facebook page, the Facebook page will come up, or it'll tell you what city they're in, where they last lived, who they were married to. It can give you a lot. Sometimes it might just give you the name, or it might give you just enough for you to realize if the person is real or not. I'm sorry, public information is public information. I know on POF, the dating site, they are now asking people to, if you get a phone number, to Google it. It said Google the phone number. Make sure you know who you're talking to. But I'm like, FaceTime. So back to the tall, light-skinned guy. So I put the number in Spokeo, and his Facebook page came up. But when the Facebook page came up, it was a chubby guy. So nothing against chubby guys, but that's not the picture that was on the POF page. So then, yeah, I'm a private eye. That's why it's so hard to get over on me. So I'm looking, trying to compare a couple of things. So the man owned his own business. Okay, that part was true. And there happened to be a car on the dating site, and there was the same car on the chubby guy's Facebook page that he was leaning on, and the same picture with him with a basketball player. And I asked, hey, is that you with the famous basketball player? And he messaged me back and said, no, that's my brother. Exactly, because the same picture was on the Facebook page that said that's my brother. So I'm like, okay, dude, trying to catfish me. I done figured it out. So I'm gonna play the roles for a little while. So I text him maybe like 60 more minutes, seconds, not minutes, seconds. And then the first thing I said, you know what? You talking about spoiling me? You want to do all this stuff to me? I need FaceTime. I said, I gotta see you. I like to see my man. I like to make googly eyes, you know. Phone sex, don't ever, because it gets recorded. So there will be no phone sex. You know, if you sending body pictures to people online, don't, because think about how long have you lasted on somebody on a dating site. So if you send a picture to somebody and it didn't work out, like think of how many pictures did you send of your body to somebody on a dating site and you're not even dating. There's no ring on it. You know, a lot of things I do, I say that's husband stuff or that's wifey stuff. So when they want you to, oh, can you put on the long heels with the corset, and I can, and I love it, but that's husband boyfriend stuff. So you got to say something for the marriage. So we don't play wifey. We need to get out of playing wifey because you're giving too much. You need to get out of playing husband. Now, it's kind of hard because it's a thin line between let me show you what I'm worth and let me give you all of this. So my auntie used to say I give too much. I'm a hopeless romantic. To me, I'm not giving that much. It's just that romantic side of me. Like I might be rubbing your head while you driving. That I'm just showing you this is me. So I don't think I'm giving too much. They said when you go into having sex, it's your choice. If you want to have sex, you know, that's your choice. I always say be protected. HIV is still here. It's for some reason it's more quieter, but it's this big. So HIV is still here. A lot of people don't get tested, and some that do get tested are trying to give it to as many people as they can because they have it. So I always say sex. So that's one thing. If you meet somebody, the chemistry is there. You know, for me, if it's there and you feel like it, go for it. You know, I used to have the 90-day rule without having the 90-day rule. Somebody said, so that 90-day rule, all they did was wait me out 90 days. I guess it was at least three to 4 months. All they did was wait me out and just to get it. So that's why that's, you know, my opinion about that. Everybody's different. So I don't knock anybody that's holding out for the right one. You know, I do say the best orgasm you give is the one that you give yourself. So, you know, it helps with stress relief. It helps with a whole lot of stuff. So, you know, relieve yourself, because that be them grouchy people at work I got to deal with. I be like, Lord, you know, let me give you a card. Can I give you a card? So that's one of the things. I will say loyal people tend to get hurt the most because we trust. You know, you try not to bring the past relationship into the new relationship. So you always try to give that person the benefit of the doubt. And I'm the person that I trust you till you give me a reason not to. And believe me, I can see stuff a mile away. And I might not say anything, and people say, well, I put up with it. You don't want to jump to conclusions, but it's right here. So if you continue to do something, you know, like he look like he getting ready to go, you know, but just be aware that, you know, stay loyal, you know, don't let one person take that from you, because that person is coming. Any questions? Oh, thank you. You love my hair. Did y'all see me at the But the Juneteenth festival, it was so hot. I was just sitting there holding my hair up like this because it was sweating all down my neck. But I'm not gonna get off subject. I'm not gonna get off subject. Y'all have any questions? Because I know y'all had some questions for me. All last week y'all had questions for me. Oh, the attractiveness. Everybody's handsome, everybody's cute. So I would say, everybody always say you missing out on a good woman or you missing out on a good man. You might be a good woman, you might be a good man. I think I'm a good woman. You might be attractive, you might not be. But just because you're attractive don't mean I'm attracted to you. So that has to be put in people's head because they think just because they're cute or they're handsome or they're attractive, everybody want them. I might not be attracted. Your nose might be too big, or you might be tall. Your personality, whatever it is. Don't just assume that because somebody's not interested in you, now you want to call them the B word or something like that. So just remember, just because you are attractive, don't mean everybody's attracted to you. So, right, everyone is not for everyone. Some people I've been having as friends since high school. And I know they always say the person that's your friend makes your best partner. No, it doesn't. Sometimes I want to keep you as my friend. I still need that person I want to call and vent to sometimes. So if I'm calling and venting, and then all of a sudden we decide we're going to go there and it don't work out, now we actually lost that friendship we had. Because depending on what you did, I don't even want to talk to you no more. So it's like you gotta be careful when it's on that friendship line. Just because we've been friends since middle school, high school. I had people that approached me from then. I was mad at y'all back in high school. So it's like I look at you now, I still see high school. So they're like, we grown now. I'm like, no, I remember you made me cry, whatever it was. But you got to remember, sometimes it's better just to stay friends, just to be that friend, to be that support system. So, any questions? The online dating sites that I recommend, to me, they're all the same. POF, which is called Plenty of Fish, is free. If you look at, I've actually I became a member of several of the different sites just to see how they were. And a lot of them didn't really understand, and then some of them were just kind of plain and simple. So when I look at Tag and then I look at blackpeoplemeet.com, I'm running into the same people on both sites. There's also Tinder. Tinder is actually an app on your phone. So Tinder, I met a really, he was actually a former NFL football player. He didn't know that I knew that, but of course Google told me. So I knew he had played professional football, NFL. Pretty much his whole family did. So, okay, that was a nice point. But he pressured me into trying to send nude photos. And I'm like, no, we just met. I don't even know you. I ain't met you face to face. And of course, I really wanted this to work. I can see myself, cooking for a football player. That's all I'm gonna say. But that's like every phone call, I would like, oh, so how was your day today? I'm going into conversation because I'm trying to know the person. He's still like, well, just send me a picture of it. So I'm like, no, I think I told y'all kind of similar to this before. So I just wanted to see. I said, because normally once they get a picture of you, they're done. So it's like the bone collector. All they're trying to do is keep collecting pictures of you and other women. They just want to see how long and who is going to send them one. And I have seen women and men that have taken pictures with their faces. And guess what? Your face always ends up on social media. So I get all them little videos with the guy and the two girls, and he's on one end and bumping the other end. And I see both of their faces, and I'm like, really? So what happened was I just wanted to see. So he's like, baby, you good? You good? Just send it to me. I went on Google, and I Googled somebody's vagina, and I sent it to him. And after I did that, he was done talking to me. And all I could do was laugh, and I'll be like, hello, and he'll go, hey, baby, what's up? But no conversation. So I'm like, should I tell him it's not mine? Nah, they don't think it's mine. But that's one of the things about, do not send photos. But POF is free. Every now and then you can buy a token. And if you buy the token, it'll kind of boost your profile up. So you'll actually get it boost to like maybe from San Antonio, Dallas. I started getting messages from people, all over. And it's weird because I can get 10 or 15 photos a day and nobody piques my interest. I'm not being picky, but I promise you, I am not being picky. Y'all laughing at me. I'm not being picky, but sometimes you look like why did you even hit that button? Really, dude? So I will say, if you're on a dating site, first impression means everything. If you're on there and I can see your underwear, come on, you saw my pictures. If I can see your underwear, if you're sitting there and, I can see all the hairs in your nose. I've seen guys say ladies have on hair scarves. Like this is your first impression. So you got like that one chance to make an impression for them to click on. But sometimes you just want to click on it just to see what the other pictures look like. Like, are they for real? So then once you do that, it's like now they saw that you clicked on them. So now they like, oh yeah, what's up, mama? You ain't gonna say nothing? I'm like, no. I wasn't trying. I just wanted to see how bold you was. With that first picture, I was just curious. I thought the pet went first, and then, you had some other photos. So first impression is a lot. You want to have your best photo. I'm talking the best photo. Because I have bypassed some photos that I'm like, you know what, let me stop now. So, what's the other one? They got one called, I can't think of it, Kosh or something. I'm not on that one. Anybody got any other dating sites that they've been on? They got Christian Mingle, same people I see on Christian Mingle, same people I see on POF. So, I'm just saying, I'm a Christian, there's nothing wrong with it. But, Christian Mingle is not that different from the other sites. Blackpeoplemeet.com. I will tell you what you need to do. Don't just look in your city. Kind of venture out in other zip codes, because you'll be surprised that, the girl you're looking for or the guy you're looking for, might be, maybe 200 miles away. I ran into a lot of guys that are willing to relocate if, everything worked out pretty good. I've actually had a guy, I didn't meet him online, but I met him here in the city. He actually was stationed in another place, and he found a way to come to San Antonio. But when he came here, he wanted to explore his other options. So I was cool with it, but ain't no seconds. But, yeah, Tinder. But everybody keeps saying that they're just hookup sites. I'm not hooking up. I'm on POF. It's what you make of it. It's not a hookup site. It's what you make of it. Some people are genuinely looking for, relationships. Hey, I am. So I'm actually on the dating site looking for a relationship. It just gives you more variety to see. I see guys that are here in San Antonio on POF that I've never seen. We don't hang out in the same places. We don't really have that major connection spot where everybody goes to try to hang out. So POF, just in Black People Meet or whatever dating site it is, it just gives you a bigger area to sit at home and scroll through the pictures and go, okay, I might like that one. So I don't think they're hookup sites. You know, you can kind of tell who wants to hook up. You know, I've had dinner dates. There was no hookup afterwards. I've actually made, it didn't work out, but we stayed friends. So I've met plenty of friends on the dating sites. And I've even felt like that wasn't for me, but I have a friend that I think y'all would be perfect together. Yes, I play matchmaker, and actually some of them have actually worked out. So I wouldn't take it as just a hookup site. It's what you make of it. You know, you can hook up and go to dinner, go dancing. What you do after that is that's consensual. So don't fish in the pond. Try the lakes in the ocean, try the world. You know, I met someone all the way in New York. You know, I met someone in California. And, you know, I got my friend, we're like really good friends to this day. We have talked for like 7 years. And I finally met him probably like 5 years after we met. And we were like so cool. Like, you know, he was going through stuff. He would call me, you know, just needed that ear to talk to. And I was there, you know, and we're still good friends to this day. So, you know, it's more like what happened to being pen pals, you know, it's a pen pal. You know, I can't long distance date for too long because either we're going to have an open relationship or somebody's moving. So to me, who has the better house? That's who moving. If your apartment and my house, you moving here because you don't go backwards. So what you mean? What may take away from the experience? Yeah, open relationship. You have to be a strong person to deal with an open relationship. Me myself, I don't like sharing. So an open relationship for me is a no-go. Um, Open relationships, you can't get mad. If you agree to an open relationship, that means you're agreeing for your partner to see whoever they want to when you're not around, and then vice versa. So 9 times out of 10, somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to have more feelings than the other. Somebody's going to have more friends than the other. So somebody's going to get hurt. So some open relationships work for a lot of people. You know, if anybody's in one, I would love to hear it. You know, how you do it, what's the success about it. But open relationships, they can get dangerous, you know. Yeah, I can't do it either because, you know, they might be with her more than me. I'm gonna be jealous, you know. So yeah. I'm trying to scroll down to see if I missed any questions. I know I had that little comical side of me. I should have been a comedian, but you know, making Black people laugh is the hardest thing on the stage. You know, shout out to my boy Q. You know, he doing a good job. I could probably do it for a cheeseburger and some fries, and I'm good. um. Oh, somebody wants to know, has anybody ever been stalked before? I've actually been stalked. It was more of the guy kept showing up everywhere I was at. Like I went to the club and he was standing behind the pillow. I'm like, okay, coincidence. You know, then I went to another spot another day and he was there. And then I went to a store or something and he was there. And I'm like, no, that ain't coincidence. You know, be aware of your surroundings. You know, there are actually crazy people out there. Really crazy people. Guys, y'all might want to like slow down on y'all games, because sometimes you get that woman that good, you know, you done created, what's that movie, Fatal Attraction? Yeah, it's happened. It's still happening. Um, Fatal Attraction has its own show now on BET. Uh, but it's the black version. So the killings are a little bit more different than, you know, putting a rabbit in the pot in the kitchen. But you have to be careful of who you woo-wooing and who you giving that good to. Ladies, um, same thing, you know, you got that good too, you know, you got we got the power. You sometimes you just gotta know how to use it and who to use it with. So you have the power to do a lot, accomplish a lot. You just gotta learn to use it the right way. I will say, if you're really trying to plan on getting that guy or that girl as far as a relationship in the long term, I hate to say it because I just said, you know, if it's consensual, but sometimes you do have to hold out. You know, I'm not saying hold out for a month or so, you know, just not that first day. Because for some reason, you know, with men, I would say women are not, they don't think that much, because by the time you have sex with a woman for the first day, you know, you off the market. You know, whether you think so or not, you off the market. When it comes to guys, it's kind of different. It's just more of a hit it and move to the next one type thing. So sometimes in their mind, it was too easy. The challenge is over. You know, there's nothing to look forward to because they already got it. So I have learned that when you hold out and they want you more, you can tease them a little bit, you know, but just hold out. So you don't want to chase the end. So if you can go as long as you can, because I know temptation is hard. You know, when the right person is there and they putting the right stuff in your ear, and, you know, you got those erotic points all over your body, and you just sitting there Netflixing and chilling, and he nibble on your shoulder, next thing you know, your shirt is over there. So I'm just saying, I know I gotta laugh at myself sometimes, but you got to try to hold off at least a couple of days, you know. I mean, if you really got to get it, just, you know, hey, you grown. But just, you know, enjoy the chase for a little bit. You know, sometimes you get them to chase a little longer. That's when you get the feelings. You know, you get that man's feelings, and he don't even know what hit him. You know, same thing with women. I'm sorry. Um, what do you mean showing up to work? Oh, he talking about the crazy stalkers showing up. Oh man, yeah, that does happen. Never happened to me. Never happened to me. Thank God I work in a secure building. But yeah, you need to chase. I'm sorry. Women love the chasing. Women want to date. You know, some guys want to date, but we want don't be afraid to go spend a little money. You know, Chili's got 2 for $20 now. You know, come off for $20. If you was married, you'd be coming off for $20 every day anyway. So come off for the $20, get the 2 for $20. You know, don't be afraid to spend money. Men take the lead. Women follow. We follow your lead. You know, some women are getting bold enough to come out the box and be like, you know, what's up? Let's go to eat or whatever. I get comfortable like that after we've been together for a while. I want a man to play the man role. You know, I'm a strong, independent woman. I can take care of my own. I got my own. Okay, show me why I need you. Show me why Andrea needs you in her life. You know, I can take me out to dinner. So just the fact that you're not afraid to take me out to dinner, you know, I understand, you know, some guys, when you're like every day meeting somebody and you're trying to take them out every day, that's a lot. You know, at some point you have to try to be open-minded. Not everybody you meet, if they caught your attention enough for you to take them out to eat, then give them a chance. You know, don't be like, okay, I like her, but I'm a breadcrumber right now. That's what that means. So I'm gonna go out with these other two girls or whatever, or these other two guys this week and see how they are. But I like that one, you know, so I'm gonna keep her close. I'm gonna keep her right here. Okay, you know you can miss out on a good thing by keeping that one right there. Because now you don't have time for me. So, you know, I get the 1-2 texts, you know, hey, what you doing? Nothing. Can I call you? Not right now. You know, so those are red flags. That good. Yep, they get to blowing up the phone. Well, no, if you pick up the phone, they won't need to blow up the phone. You know, so that I'm sorry, I don't blow up phones. I might call you once. I might call you twice. After that, I ain't calling no more. So that goes back to breadcrumbing. I've actually had somebody that we talked all day doing work, get home, talked all night, and then when Friday come, you don't hear nothing. It's like crickets. So then Saturday, you know, hey, what you doing? Da da da. You get no response. So you might make a phone call, no answer. So it goes like that for the whole weekend. And then on Monday, you got this text. I'm like, where you been? You're not responding to me. And I'm like, really? Like I screenshot, sent you this one, screenshot, there's a phone calls. I said, stop playing games with me. Nip it in the bud, whether it's male or female. When they start playing those games with you, technology is crazy. Nip it in the bud. Send a picture saying, stop playing games with me, period. Don't entertain it. The more you entertain it, they know they can keep doing it and keep doing it. And you're going to get the same crap week after week after week till you finally get tired and you don't wasted your time. So if they're not calling you on a regular basis, so there's everybody sitting there trying to play the game of, I want to see what this guy can do. I want to see what this girl can do. Let me date this guy. Now dating means dating. When you're dating, I myself don't think that means that you have to cut off everybody else. Dating means dating. You go out to dinner, you have a conversation. It's good. Be open. Like, you know, I'm dating, you know, so I want to see, you know, who's the best person. So that way when that person see you again and you sitting there with another guy, another girl, they not all in their feelings like, oh, he was just out with me last night and now he with you. And you know, women, you know, they got that little hood in them. They're going to be at the table. They're like, who is this bitch? Why this bitch? You was with me last night. And you be like, hey, we just had dinner last night. But to her, you know, it wasn't explained. So just be open about, hey, we're dating. You know, we don't have no commitments right now. Communication. But if you're sitting there like, oh, you mine. You know, I get those other guys are stupid. I ain't gonna be stupid like that. I ain't letting you go. And then that's, you know, you ain't got no phone calls. You know, the weekend done went by. So it's the same thing. You know, heard the games before. It's the same thing. He said nothing. He's talking about yes, ma'am. Congratulations, Seth and Raquel, on their engagement. Congratulations, Demetria and Amos, on getting married this past weekend. So romance is still alive. Yay. Why am I a mess? What's Olive Garden? Olive Garden got 2 for $20. Olive Garden. Hey, don't be afraid. I would appreciate a man that come to dinner and he had a coupon. That just showed me you smart with your money. It's not embarrassing. If you got a coupon for buy one, get one free at Margiano's, Little Italian, hey, that's just more wine for me. Wait a minute, I'm walking red flag. Y'all giving me messages I can't decode. What's being greedy, Sandra? Because I go get 2 for $20 by myself and bring it home and eat one tonight and eat one tomorrow. Yeah, I'm like that too. She says she has her tolerance is non-existent. I'm the same way. I have zero tolerance for bullshit. I'm like, I'm a grown woman. I am 48 years old. I don't have time for the games. If you calling me, and yeah, honestly, I love my age. I am 48. Lady told me at work today, she said, "You lying. I thought you were 30 something." I was like, "I'll take it." But that my tolerance level is gone because, that again, show me why I need you in my life. If God meant for me to be here by myself, I'm good with it. I'm gonna be all right. But I really would like somebody to hold every night. So when you start coming with the games, and I done played the games, I can probably write the game that you get ready to play on me before you even start playing it. So I do warn you, like I give hints on what to look for. Oh my God, I gotta put your phone number in Google before we can go out. I'm just playing. You're welcome. That was it. I have to scroll through the messages. Oh yeah, when a guy wants more than one female at a time, um, you can say he's being greedy, but you can also say it's being allowed. The women are allowing him to have more than one female at a time, and that's probably because they're not looking to be tied down either. But then when he does come across a woman that wants to be tied down, that's one of the things of, if you hold out and wait, a lot of times the what the person does, they show you what you're looking for. Whether you met that woman or that guy, they're gonna be, oh hi, yes, uh-huh. They're not gonna show you the real person yet. And eventually the real person's gonna come out, because you can only put up with the charade for so long. So it's just one of those things that everything we do, we're taking chances. So, but if you're that person that holds out on the sex or whatever, not giving it up so soon, then that part of yourself you protected. So you can't say like, oh, he took my cookies and ran, because that's kind of like a normal saying these days. They get the cookie and run. But at least you can say you found out about the person. you know if they show you who they are, that's who they're gonna be. If he's already cheating and it's only 2 or 3 weeks or a month into the relationship, that's what he's gonna show you, or that's what she's gonna show you. So you just have to pick and choose. If you're gonna stay and put up with it, then shut up and put up with it. Don't nag, don't argue, because they're not gonna stop. So, is she doing me wrong? No, because she showed you what she was. So you was okay with it because you haven't left, or he doing me wrong. So I just say, I don't even want to hear it. Like, I can hear it one time and you stay, then keep it to yourself, because, you want that misery. Oh, you're welcome. And if you do have more than one and your mate knows you do, or you want to sit down and have a conversation, why do they have more than one? Why do you need more than one? Is it something that you're not doing that they want you to do? You got to be open-minded. We talked about this with couples that have been together for a long time. Um, Spicing it up and keeping it spicy, you got to keep doing what you did to get that person. Don't just say I got them and you relax and you act like you ain't got to do nothing no more because you got a ring on your finger. I can't tell you how many married men tapping on my shoulder. I hate the ones that fool me, and then I got the wife calling me at 1 o'clock in the morning because this dude didn't have no ring. I done been to the house. I'm like, okay, I'm doing my investigation. I done went to Spokio. There was no wife name on there. You know, so I was like, okay, all right. The next thing I know, the wife calling, talking about, you know, why I'm calling her husband. And I'm like, what's your husband's name again? I already know because she has his phone and she's calling me from his phone. So let me tell you, if you don't tell me that you married, I'm going to bust you out because you lied to me too. So I'm be like, well, girl, when I was over at the house, you know, oh, you was at the house. I said, that's your house too. Yep, nice curtains. But yeah, you know, you wasn't there. You know, could you have at least left, you know, a picture super glued to the wall? Because that's the shit I'm gonna do. That picture ain't coming off. Let me stop. But yeah, you just don't know. But I'm busting. I'm telling everything. I'm gonna tell her how many times. I'm gonna tell her whatever I can tell her. You know, did I drive the car? Sure did. Let me see. Oh, so let me see what I missed. So I think I pretty much covered everything. Um, I think I answered all the questions. Did I forget anybody's question? T said he been single for about a year now. You know, I might need to start my own dating site and do some hookups, you know, with some people. Lisa said, no drama for me. I know I can't do drama. You know, I'm like, you know, really, yo, wife out of thin air on the cone. Come on now. Not even, you know how you get the little shadow ring band. Ladies, make sure all y'all men have a ring, because the longer they keep it on, they should have a little how you say it, a tan, because that ring been on so long. So, because that's the first thing I look at. I look at the hand. So, you know, keep your marriage problem to yourself. You know, men, same thing. You know, I think it's if the woman is married and she's stepping out, it's pretty much the same. You know, you just don't know unless you go to the house. You know, so it's a lot of that. And if you're married and you need a little help, um, I am a sexuality coach. I'm almost complete with my certification to be a certified sexuality coach with Dr. Rachel from the show The Doctors. And I have already helped several marriages already. So I am proud of that. I'm patting myself on the back. It's a lot. I have worksheets, I have homework. A lot of people don't want to get counseling when it comes to, because they don't think there's a problem. There's an exercise where I actually give you where you record yourself arguing, and then later, after you calm down, go back and listen to it and see if you even made a point in the argument of what you were arguing about. So that helps out a lot when it comes to relationships. But that will be for those that get into a relationship after they done went to the dating site, since y'all have the tips on how to know if you're being catfished, breadcrumbed. If they just want to Netflix and chill, just be honest about it. You know, most likely both parties want to Netflix and chill. And believe it or not, in the Urban Dictionary, Netflix and chill means let's have sex. Come over and have sex. That's what it says in the dictionary. So there's a lot of terms in the dictionary. Let me see. Oh, also, I didn't talk about someone being mentally on your level. So normally when you're having a phone call on one of the dating sites and the conversation, you know, you might say something like, oh, you know, you might start talking about politics, you know, and the person will be like, oh yeah, whatever, you know, or you might just talk about, you know, like being in a relationship or any kind of conversation. If the person can't come back and forth with you with whatever the question was or the topic was, sometimes y'all are not on the same mental level. So you have to pay attention to that too. You know, sometimes, you know, depending on you, some people want someone with a slower mental level than them. So I want somebody who can debate with me. You know, if I say 2 + 2 is 6, then I'm gonna need you to tell me why I'm wrong, and I need you to be right. So, you know I might be right. I know 2 + 2 is 4, but I want to debate about it. So that's just an example. But yeah, the mental levels, like I've actually talked to people and they like, yo, what's up, girl? Yeah. I'm like, something wrong with your voice? It's almost like, did you smoke a joint before you called me? So I always say smoking kills the brain cells because the people that I know that have done it for so long, they talk slow. That could be just me, but that's what I noticed. So when you talk it slow, I don't think you're on my mental level. So you don't have to talk fast like me. I could talk fast, I could talk slow, I could talk, hey. So just be on that mental level. So if no one else has any questions, I won't keep you on any longer. But look at that, right at 9 o'clock. I am on time today. You don't need a coach, you need a team. You need a coach. You will be surprised the benefits of having a coach. I coached one person, and it was kind of unfair because he had an advantage on the wife. And the wife didn't know that he was trying to come in and fix the relationship, and she got kind of confused. But then she had time to sit back and think about, like, wait a minute, like, when he started changing this, like, he's trying, so I need to try too. So I told him she was on an uneven playing field, but so far it's working out. So you need a base, so you're going to meet. Now, not everybody that comes to see a sexuality coach is in a relationship. It might be some other situation that you want to come and sit down with a sexuality coach. It could be, the orgasm. You might not be having an orgasm, or you never had one. It's a possibility that you will never have an orgasm. But there are things that you can try to see if you can have an orgasm. The best orgasm that you have is the one you give yourself. So if you learn how to give your own orgasm, that way you can teach, that guy or that female how to, give you one. So all women are different. Men come in, just because you did her this way and she had hers, don't mean you can come do me this way and have mine. So everybody's different. I would say just anything. If you have, like, you can't get your penis on hard, we help with that. We have to learn the anatomy, how the sperm is made, where it comes from, how it travels, how it comes out. So there's a lot. I'm actually thinking about going through the school to become an actual sex therapist, because I feel like I went through the course already with the information that we actually learned. So you don't have to be in a relationship to talk to a sexuality coach. You might just want to learn to be more, sensual, or more intimate, just with your boyfriend, or, things to help you. I know people say, well, you single. I'm single by choice. I was married before, and even after 20-something years, the man would love to have me back. Because at 23, I was doing the stuff that I'm doing now. It's just that was just that romantic part of me. So it's not like, it's one of those things like, I want a good woman, and they get one, and then they mess up. No one plans on getting caught. That's the thing. You don't plan on getting caught. That's why it's called I got caught. And once that person is fed up and decides to leave, you just might as well just like, oh man, I remember when I had that. That's all you can do, because especially women, when a woman's fed up, it ain't much you can do about it. She might entertain you for a little while, but that trust will never be there, and that's not the life you want to live. So, uh, look, my prices do vary depending on what it is. But at this moment, what I'm doing is I'm not actually charging. I know people telling me not to do that, but until I get the certification, once I get the certification, then I will start charging. But as of now, I'm taking, the clients that I do have, I'm taking that as experience for me. So once I do get certified, I'll already have the experience under my belt already. So right now, better take advantage. Let me get my appointment book out. But if you haven't had sex in so long, you're afraid to now. Let me tell you, there's two different sayings. Once you learn how to ride a bike, you don't forget. And then there's another saying that says, if you don't use it, you lose it. So a lot of times it just depends on you and how your body is. If you haven't had sex in a long time, you could lose a lot of sensation. So, that's why you should masturbate. It keeps the blood flowing. It keeps, like we have the bedroom candy products. It keeps your blood circulating down there so that you do continue to get those feelings. So you don't want to lose it, Same thing with men. Sometimes you can't get it up, and then you got in your mind that you really, something wrong with you, and you need the operation or you need the little blue pill. Sometimes it's mental. You got to work on finding like what turns you on. Stimulate it. You got to stimulate it. Keep it going. Same thing. You don't use it, you lose it. So you got to keep stimulating the penis. You got to stimulate the vagina. Even if you're not having sex, you still got to get down there and massage it. So that's one of the things, like even now you can, get your little vibrator and start using that so that you can keep that circulation going down there. Oh, somebody got a Bob. If y'all don't know what Bob is, so Bob is battery operated boyfriend. But if you have been to one of my bedroom candy parties, you know that we have Rob, which is rechargeable operated boyfriend. So I don't have one over here, but it comes with a USB charging cable and you can actually plug it up. So yeah, we're kind of getting away from the batteries. And if I will tell you, if you do have the ones with the batteries, make sure you take the batteries out when you store it because the batteries can corrode in there when you leave them in there too long. For the guys, it's not replacing you. We are not replacing you. We just need that different stimulation to make sure we have our orgasm. So if you have a lady and she wants you to use the toy, don't act like she is not replacing you. Trust me, she is not replacing you. We love what y'all do to us. It's the touchy, it's the feely, it's the kissing. We still need that different stimulation to give us our orgasm. Because I always say 80% of women fake orgasms. So I want everybody to stop. I want everybody to have an orgasm. Even if you have your own orgasm, let him watch you have an orgasm. Let her watch you have an orgasm. The best way for you to understand how to stimulate your man is watch him do it. So I know I'm getting in that bedroom candy on y'all, but watch him masturbate pretty much. So when you watch him masturbate, you're looking at the speed, how slow he wants it, where to rub, the tip, however he wants it, And I think I might have to go do the live stream on my Andrew Williams live page because that page is 18 and up. So I'm gonna like stop right there before I get too deep into what I was saying. I forgot which page I was on just now. So I'm on the Andrea Williams page. This is my main page. So if you're here, make sure you go to Andrea Williams Live and like the page. That way, when I can start doing the show over there, we can get X-rated. We can talk as deep as we want because it's 18 and up. So I want to make sure I don't have no kids on here. I didn't bring me no water in here. So I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I didn't get to tell y'all earlier, but you know, the name of my show is The G Spot with Lady Dre, which is considered the good spot to come for tips and ideas on sex, love, and relationships. Normally the show is on Q Live One radio station, but I wanted to have an interaction and be able to talk with everybody. Last time I did it, I was able to, I had to do it from my phone because I was going to bring people in if they wanted to be seen. So that's only if I do it from my phone. It doesn't work from my computer. But if you tune in to Q Live One radio station, you can go to Amazon and download the Direct app, and it will be put into your apps. And you can just click on it, or you can go to TuneIn Radio and type in Q Live One, ONE, and it will bring it up. Or you can just go to QLive1.com and you can listen to it. We have a huge concert announcement coming up. I can't tell you who it is yet, but it will be at the Tobin Center, and I think you will really enjoy it. So we will announce it on the radio station. So I don't think anyone has any more questions. I'm still laughing at that, Bob. Girl, get you a Rob. Thank you, Sabrina. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the show. But T, if you ever want to come over to Bedroom Candy, let me know. You can actually start your business for only $99. And our convention is coming up in August in Atlanta. We're going into our 6th year now. I love it. People are surprised when I show up at their party to actually do the Bedroom Candy party. And I'm like, I'm just like you, you know, I just venture out and do other things. So I enjoy doing the parties. I enjoy, you know, teaching men and women, because men are allowed to come to our parties. I just enjoy teaching the different techniques and showing the different products, because it saves marriages, it saves relationships. So it's just something that I enjoy. So when you enjoy doing something, you don't mind doing it. So that's why, you know, I don't send, the only time I send one of my team members is if I'm not available. So that would be the only reason. But I love being a Bedroom Candy consultant. She said, we all want the real thing. You know, it's nothing like the real thing and the vibrator together. So that's one thing you can try. And, you know, it's not just for the women. You know, if you're oral sexing, you take the vibrator, you put it on the side of your jaw. You can put it on your throat, and it'll just send vibrations as you're, I know those are guys hitting them hearts right now. So it'll just give you different vibrations when you're pleasing him. I will say when you put it directly on the guy, on the testicles, you want to put it on the lowest vibration. So, you know, I always say you don't want to shake up them babies and make them retarded. But that's not it. You know, it irritates them. So you want to have it on the lowest speed. So trust me, there's ways to make sure that you keep your partners at home, because they'll have that stuff running through their mind on what you did to them last night. So Mike, are you just not tuning in? We was talking about the dating game. So you're going to have to catch the replay. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa said she loved my parties. Lisa has been to my parties that I have on the Grown and Sexy Cruise. So we've been to Jamaica. I've done bedroom candy in Jamaica. Um, and I think the Jamaicans that actually got to kind of peep in and look, they enjoyed it. So I think we can actually deliver to Jamaica now. Before we couldn't. So I think like Montego Bay, they didn't really have uh, mailboxes. They have to go to like a postal place in another part of Jamaica to get mail. So that's one of the issues of doing that. But once I end the video, you'll be able to go back and look at the video again. I thank y'all for joining me. That was so much fun. We're going to do it again. I'm going to have some different topics. Or if you have something that you want to talk about, let me know. I have a lot of different subjects that I have that I'm going to start discussing. I'm trying to do this like at least every other week. That way I don't get burned out like I did the first time. So I enjoyed it. Make sure you like the Andrea Williams live page, because once I start going over there to do the shows live, we can actually talk, you know, more X-rated. I have to be careful on this one because there are actually younger teenagers and stuff on this Facebook page. So thank you, and also make sure you like the Bedroom Candy by Lady Dre page, or go to my website at bedroomcandy.com/124. So everybody have a good night, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.